Hey guys, today we're going to dive in and talk about emotional freedom techniques, which is one of my all-time favorite modalities that helps you to balance your energy, just feel aligned and upbeat, and it creates transformation that happens faster, goes deeper, and is easily accessible. So let's dive in. For those that are new to me, I'm Dr. Nicolia. I'm a believer. I'm a girl mom. I'm a transformational coach, and I'm the CEO and founder of the Elevate Method, where I actually certify women in emotional freedom techniques because I love it so, so much. And I'm an 11-time best-selling author. And my journey to finding tapping is that I have always been such a big advocate for mental health and really being able to take control of your mental health. I am a counselor turned coach. And when I learned about EFT, everything changed for me. So today you're going to learn about the power of EFT as one of the most life-changing, most transformative modalities that you can weave into your life and into the work that you do with your clients as well. So EFT started back in the 1990s by Gary Craig, and it was based on his work done around thought field therapy. And a lot of people know EFT as tapping or psychological acupressure, which is actually based on acupuncture. But essentially, you're using different tapping points on your body and you're using your own fingers on your own hand to really be able to restore and balance your energy. So some of the benefits of EFT include that it improves your overall health. It helps you to balance and align your energy. It allows you to take control of your mental health, which is so important. The results are rapid and it's easily customizable. So it doesn't matter if you're running into dealing with anger or you're dealing with sadness or you're getting ready to launch a product. It doesn't matter if you're dealing with money blockages or relationship blockages or health blockages or whatever. You can literally customize your tapping session to what it is that's coming up for you, which I love so much about it. So a question that I often get is, when do you use tapping? So if you notice there's a statement that has an emotional charge for you, if you notice that you're carrying a heavy emotion like feeling sad, anxious, distressed, angry, or hurt, if you notice there's a block that you're running into, these are good statements in feelings and emotions to tap on because it brings up a part of you that is hurt or in need of healing. We have these different parts in our body, and these parts serve as protectors. And so, if you've ever been in this situation where it's like, I really want to leave my 9 to 5, but I also really want to start my business. I really want to stay in this relationship, but I really want to walk away. Almost like these contradictory parts. It's because part of us is trying to protect something that we feel like we're going to be let down from. And those parts serve as protectors. And so, when we notice those emotional charges coming up, we get to tap on that. We get to address that and we get to support ourselves at working through it. And that's what I love tapping for. So how EFT works. If you think of like an old school TV, I'm probably dating myself when I say I remember my grandma having these when I was really, really young. But if you think of an old school TV, on the back there is, or on the top, there's antennas. So if you messed with the antenna at all, you would notice that it would like fizz out, or the TV would make a weird sound, or you wouldn't be able to get a clear picture. That's the same thing that happens inside of our body. We have something that's disrupting our body's energy system, and it's causing an imbalance all over, and it's impacting us all over. And so when you just adjust that antenna, AKA when you just tap it out, you align your energy so that the picture is clear. Okay. So essentially what you're doing is you're going through a sequence. You start with your eyebrow. Well, first you start off with a setup point. So your setup point is on the side of your hand and you tap on whatever's coming up for you. So even though I feel like abundance is far from me, even though I feel like no one wants to hear from me, even though I noticed I'm feeling sad or whatever's coming up, you're tapping on that. So you start with this setup point. A lot of former EFT practitioners would call it the karate chop point, but to be inclusive and to make sure that I am making sure it's safe for everyone to use this language, we call it the setup point. So you tap on the side of your hand and you say whatever that emotional charge, that emotional statement, that emotional feeling is coming up. So even though I'm feeling sad lately, right? And you just tap that out. And then you move through the different meridian points in your body. So you start with above the eyebrow, the side of the eye, under the nose, under the chin, the collarbone, under the arm, like below a bra strap, and then the top of your head. And you're literally tuning in to what it is that your body is telling you is coming up. So you might say, even though I notice that I'm feeling sad, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. And that's your setup point. And then you're moving through these meridian points. So I notice I just feel off, like I'm not myself lately. I wish that I could get rid of this sad feeling. And you're literally just tuning in and touching base with what you're feeling. There's a lot of websites that will offer scripts and things. And I think that's a great way to familiarize yourself with EFT. But all in all, if you just allow yourself to get in touch with what your body is feeling and trust that your body will tell you and follow through with that, that's exactly what will happen. And so you just literally get to just get in touch with your body and tap out the feeling. And one of the things that I do when I'm working with my clients, as well as when I'm doing it with my daughters, as well as when I'm doing it with myself, is I rate myself. So if the emotional charge for you is feeling sad, where are you at on a scale of 1 to 10? 10 being like, I'm so sad, I hardly can take it. And 1 being like, I feel amazing. So let's say you're at a 6 or a 7. You're going through the sequence, eyebrow, under a side of the eye, under the nose. You're going through the sequence and you're tapping that out until you notice that number start to slowly go down, right? And then after that, after you feel like that number is really low, I like to get my clients to a 1 or a 0. And you'll notice it in your body, because clients they'll burp or they'll cough. They'll literally, or sometimes they don't, but they just feel that energetic shift, and that's okay. Once you notice that, then you come back in and you go ahead and tap in the suggestions. So this is where you get to say the positive statements. So I feel great. I allow myself to feel sad without feeling guilt. And I recognize that sadness just allows me to get in touch with what's going on in my mind. Sadness is normal. Sadness is just a human emotion. I'm allowed to feel sad, but I'm also allowed to work through that sad feeling. So you essentially are just moving through by embedding positive suggestions that you'd like to believe instead. So as you can see, EFT is so easily customizable to meet you exactly where you're at. So if you want to learn more about your standout coaching strategy, maybe it's EFT, maybe it's something else, and how you can learn about it, leverage it, and weave it into the work that you do, definitely use the information below so that you can take my free quiz to learn your standout coaching strategy. In the meantime, let's stay connected. I'm Nicolia Williams across the board, and I share tons of information about some of the most transformative tools that you can begin to weave into your life and create a ripple effect by supporting other people with it as well. So come over and let's connect. And I hope that you have a beautiful day.